we gonna set the streets on fire.
How will they remember you?
What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to go ahead and dissect the new Need for Speed trailer, which just launched about an hour ago. So, you know, we're not going to waste any time. You guys know exactly what this video is about. That's why you clicked on it. So we're going to go ahead and get straight in to the dissecting. So I'm not going to recap what they actually said in the trailer. If you want to go watch that, you can go ahead and do it yourself. They explained all the features really well. Instead, we're going to talk about some of the cars and some of the customization, etc. Okay, so in the first cutscene, we can see a Evo 9, an S2000, a Corvette, an RX-7 FD, and a blue BMW E30 M3. We then transition into this scene where we can see a Camaro ZL1 drifting through puddles. And then literally for a split second we can see a DC5 Integra on the left. Not sure if it's a Honda, not sure if it's an Acura, but Integras are in the game, and it's more proof that Hondas are in the game, which is really exciting to see. This goes really fast, you know, it's a split second and it's gone. And then we move on to the reputation levels, which we can see here. More shots of, you know, the Camaro doing its thing, and then we go into the performance customization. So just hold it 1 second, let's roll that back real quick. So I've slowed this down so we can just talk about, you know, everything here. So as you can see, there is a downforce meter, which means the performance actually changes depending on whether you put a big spoiler on the back of your car. That's really cool to see. Obviously the performance customization is something that we haven't seen so far, and I thought I'd just mention that. In the background we can actually see a Ford Cosworth, a Aventador, and some type of Beamer. Not sure if that's a 1 Series, not sure if that's an M4, not sure if that's a 5 Series, but there is indeed a Beamer in the background. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and carry on with the trailer. Okay, so here we just see a few gameplay clips as well as some of the cutscenes. We can actually see the style meter, which actually indicates what type of rep you're earning when you're committing a felony, basically. So if you're going at high speed, it will come up with that kind of speed logo. If you're going against the police and you're causing destruction, it will come up with the outlaw logo. So I thought I'd just point that out quickly. We are then greeted with this. This is actually the reputation page, which you will see at the end of races. As you can see at the bottom, you are earning different types of reputation, both speed, crew, outlaw, customization. All of it is at the bottom, and at the end of the races, it will count up the rep you've earned, and obviously the game will go from there. The trailer then goes on to talk about the speed arc of the 5 ways to play, and we see the first M3 GTR piece of gameplay, which obviously is it's a first, so that's amazing. And we also see a Lamborghini Murcielago, as you can see now on your right. It's that blue car. It's a Lamborghini Murcielago from the scenes of things, and that is absolutely amazing. Anyone who's has been following my channel for a while knows that I love Lambos, and the Murcielago is one of my favourite. Not a big fan of the Aventador, but that's a story for another day. Okay, from here we can see the Camaro ZL1 doing its thing again, as well as some beautiful shots of Ventura Bay. As well as this, we can see the Gymkhana game mode and some of the drift trial game modes, donut spots, you know, just some mad stuff. We haven't heard anything about the Gymkhana game modes, so it's mad to see some actual footage of that. Obviously, we can see the canyons as well, which just is amazing and looks beautiful. Obviously, from there, the trailer goes on to talk about the build section of the 5 ways to play, and goes into some performance tuning, which we shall talk about now. So before we talk about that, let's talk about the body customization, obviously, because that's the main thing here. Body customization, obviously, in the game, this is kind of, everyone knows this already, but there's one interesting thing which we can see in the top left. That is kind of like a new layer. That could possibly be a vinyl editor. Just thought I'd kind of mention that, because no one's really mentioned that. Anyway, now we can actually see the performance tuning itself. So we can actually see you can change the camber of the cars, the offset, everything is beautiful. You can see all of the stuff there for yourself, as well as the actual handling bar, the slider, which we've seen in gameplays from many YouTubers before. And then we see some cool shots of the RWB Porsche, and then it goes on to talk about the crew arc of the story, which we shall discuss now. So in this area we see the same cars drift around, you know, that we saw earlier on, and there's also a new mode which is, you know, introduced here, which we can see called Drift Train. Seems like this is some type of tandem mode where you are supposed to tandem with your friends and you get points, and, you know, pretty self-explanatory what it does. And obviously you get rep, and that helps you progress through the game. And then we go into the outlaw section, which is honestly one of the most interesting. So let's talk about that. Okay, so as we can see on the left, there is like fiery stuff. That's heat level levels. Heat levels are finally back in Need for Speed. As well as that, you may have seen that you can actually press RB just to pay a fine and, you know, go ahead and just kind of pull over. Really cool. Again, it's just good to see that you don't have to actually, you know, mess around with the police if you don't want to. But heat levels are back, and that is a huge thing. Like, I can't explain. I can't explain how big of a thing that is to me personally. And then from here, we see the quote-unquote perfect Need for Speed moment where you are drifting around with your friends, you know, being chased by the police, and obviously when you do that, you just get ridiculous amounts of rep. So if you combine all of the 5 ways to play, you get absolutely mad types of rep, and that is shown now, as you can see, and that is just how the game works. You get loads of rep, progress through the game, become, I guess, the quote-unquote ultimate icon in the game, and then it ends with the outro. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, please hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.